Freshmen at Shelton High School are under the hot seat with the Orca Tank. I have a chance to talk with the panelists now about what this really means for their education here at Shelton High School. Karen, I'm going to start with you. As you kind of have listened to this throughout the day here, what are some of the main learning takeaways that these students are getting here today?
Public speaking, presenting to a crowd of basically strangers. I think that the creativity that went into their business ideas and their business plans is a great part of experimental learning, you know, sparking the creativity, the unique ideas that they have.
Pat, Don, you guys are former CTE directors, and talk to me a little bit about how this plays into the overall CTE experience as they move through the school year here.
Yeah, so this is one of those great examples of hands-on learning, which is the core part of CTE. And I think it's one of the most valuable types of learning that you could possibly have in a school setting for these youngsters. It does make a big difference for them to experience this. And not only those that are participating up here on stage, but the audience, that piece of it, they get to watch and listen and learn in a different context than those that are participating up here, but still very valuable. And I just really appreciate the opportunity to watch this, to experience it from this side of the table. It's just so rewarding to see. And I've been retired for a number of years now. To come back and see that this is alive and well, I'm just very proud of that.
Jacqueline is one of our great community partners for Sierra Pacific. What's it like to see these freshmen putting in so much work and effort into pitching you their ideas?
It is exciting to watch these kids, project management, you know, how to come up with these ideas. That's the creativity that moves innovation forward. And as an industry, we look for people that have those talents that can think far ahead and try to solve problems. So good job, students.
June, this is unlike traditional in-classroom learning. Students seem to be taking away so much from this experience today. How is it different, and how does it really build on what goes on here?
Well, you can be the smartest scientist or mathematician in the world, but if you can't get across your idea and you can't communicate what your idea is, what your invention is, what your research is about, then it doesn't really matter what you do, because you have to be able to communicate that to other people. And this is a really important, vital step for having students learn how to do that.
Karen, how is this important for these other community partners to be involved with this? We have great representation across Mason County, and you work closely with them in the EDC. Talk to me a little bit about what you hear out there in the world when you're explaining some of these programs that the students are going through.
So I'm so proud of this school, the programs that they have to offer. You know, we've got the internship now that the EDC has participated in. The strength of these students is amazing. I'm proud of them, and I'm excited for their future. And for us as community leaders, business owners, management, to see the skill set that they have and know that they are strengthening not only their learning, but their experiences to join our workforce. They're going to be work ready, whereas before maybe some of them weren't or wouldn't be without these programs.
Don,
they're vital.
Don, talk to me a little bit about what this means for engagement in the community. You're a Rotarian, and how these students are able to come and present to you and then show their workforce readiness.
Absolutely. I think doing these situations like this, these role plays and everything, just gives the students that confidence that they need. And with business and industry people up here as panelists, gives them an opportunity to interact with them. Whereas in a classroom, they don't have that opportunity that much. Here, they can come up with an idea, they can present it, interact with us, get some feedback from us, and also in front of all their peers. So their peers get to see them working, and kind of puts that little idea in their mind, I think, that, hey, I can do that. And that's what we want to do, is really get that across to them, that I can do it.
Pat, talk to me a little bit about your time here at Shelton, and then you left and were in the CTE field in Thurston County. What are some of the ways that the programs here at Shelton are really moving forward, really pushing the envelope when it comes to career and technical education?
Yeah, well, thanks. That's a great question. I appreciate that one because the Shelton School District is ahead of their time compared to other school districts, even including my experiences down in Thurston County. The community support for career and technical education and these types of programs is not nearly as strong as it is is stronger here in this community than it is in most other communities that I'm familiar with. The one real significant difference are these academies. You won't see academies just about any other school district, and Shelton embraced that a number of years ago, and they still continue to this day. And I think that gives a more targeted experience and integrated experiences with the other curricular areas as it relates to a certain academy area, whether it's science or what have you. And I think these kids have a unique experience that kids in other schools do not have, and have it in an organized fashion. And the staff have embraced it. The community has embraced it. And I think I'm just really, like I said before, really proud to see what's going on in Shelton today, and from some of the things that we started, basically 10 years ago is when we got going with this academy model and got it implemented. And man, it's just so impressive to see what I'm seeing today with ninth graders, the performances of ninth graders, and they're not even through their 3/4 of the way through their first high school year yet, and they're performing like this, and it's so impressive. I can see the difference. And that's a credit to the school district, to staff, and to the community in support of all of these kind of programs.
Jacqueline, when students are early on in their high school career able to gain this experience and this confidence, how does that translate into real-world experience on the floor at Sierra Pacific, being able to interact with people who are older than them, different generations, being able to communicate effectively and advocate for themselves, kind of the confidence that starts here?
Absolutely. We can see a student who was in a CTE program, a student that wasn't part of other clubs and activities in classrooms. They stand out as employees. They are confident in what they do. They have a voice. They're able to speak up and ask questions. And they're really able to work in a cohesive environment with other people. And that teamwork aspect is amazing. We celebrate every time we get a new employee that came out of Shelton High School. We feel proud. We've grown these last 10 years alongside the academy. So Sierra Pacific came in right when the academies were starting. And I believe that we've been a partner side by side. And the moment the school calls me and says, hey, we have an idea, we want to work with you, we are a yes, please. So it is just a great partnership. And we tell every other employee that, or employer out there, you should be doing these projects and engaging with the schools.
Finally, June, let's talk a little bit about how these experiences in the Business, Finance, and Hospitality Academy here at Shelton High School translate into the other classes that students take here on campus when they are involved with the kind of the general ed studies that go through the rest of their workload.
Sure, because we're set up here at Shelton High School in an academy model, all the students that are in the BFH Academy, they also are taking other classes. Like, for example, English classes participated in this whole Orca Tank by having stressing critical thinking and advertising in their English classes. So you build that into the curriculum because we know that it centers around, everyone looks at their content from a different lens. So students that are in class that are in the BFH Academy, they look at it with that lens of marketing and business and hospitality. And it's really pretty cool because if you're in the Health Science Academy, you can look at it through that lens, and teachers set their classes up so that they can accommodate different approaches and different ways of looking at the same idea or concept in math, science, English, social studies.
Well, I really appreciate you taking all of your time out of your busy days to be here and participate in something like this. The freshmen are getting a lot out of it, the staff, the students, the production team behind the scenes as well. Everybody, I think, is really benefiting here with the Orca Tank here today. So again, thank you so much.